Hello, my name is J. Scott MacMillan, and welcome to the 3 Pillars of the Bold Man, which help you to thrive in both good times and in times of crisis. This is brought to you by our organization called the Bold Life Brotherhood, where we take bold and consistent action week after week into your highest vision in online men's circles around the world. We put these free trainings together to give you the core practices and to support you rising above the fear and panic that's out there in the world today. To access your deepest inner strength, resilience, and resources, and most importantly, your leadership. I'm going to give you 100% here, so I'm going to ask that you give me your attention 100%, because what we've got here is truly life-changing. The central question for men is always, how do you rise to the challenge? Men without challenge get soft, and it's only in challenge that we rise into our greatness. Challenge is the only constant. It forges our character and it forges our strength. When my ex-wife was dying of cancer, I felt compelled to come back into her life and help her as well as my son and daughter deal with all the challenges of caring for and watching their mother die. It was difficult because at times I didn't really know where I fit in. I just knew that I needed to be there for my kids, so I helped out where I could and took shifts watching over her as her final days came. This was the first close person in my life that I'd ever been through this with, and although it was very stressful and put my life on hold, I knew it was the right thing to do. In fact, that time with her and my kids was a very spiritual time for me, and the bond with my kids will last forever. I tell you that story to illustrate that had I not been doing my work to strengthen my values and to find out what kind of man I wanted to be, I may have shrunk from that challenge. This is the kind of work that we do here in the Bold Life Brotherhood, and it's the kind of work I wish for you as you become the man you want to be. Being prepared for a crisis is important if there are people in your life that you care about. And now, we've entered into a period of universal challenge, and how you respond is everything. You and I, and really all men, are at a unique crossroads in our lives because our whole culture is at a crossroads. It already was before COVID. Many men will collapse or drift into drink or passivity or screaming or worse. Others, you and I, and the men of the Bold Life Brotherhood circles around the world will cultivate the practices that make us the rock that those around us can come to rely on. Is it easy? Not necessarily. Will we have to face our inner demons and doubts? Daily. Does it take commitment and consistency? Absolutely. Do we benefit from the support of our brothers? Every single day. Everything we do or say now always ripples outward and affects everyone you meet. And these free trainings are your call. Will you as a man be the beacon of strength, decisiveness, balance, and serenity? Will you hold anchor for those around you while others panic and contract in fear? The danger is real, and the need for your leadership is real. Will you hold the center for yourself and others? Now, before I introduce the practices, let me introduce myself. I am J. Scott MacMillan, and I'm one of the founding leaders of the Bold Life Brotherhood. I'm a seasoned life coach and the author of the best-selling book, Be the Hero of Your Life, a book I wrote about how to use the hero's journey to profoundly understand yourself better than you ever have before. And as you will see, the hero's journey is one of our founding principles to help us grow and be the bold men that we need to be. I've coached hundreds of people on how to get unstuck from the rut in life that they're in, so they can face their fears and get their life moving in the right direction so they can live a purposeful life of their dreams. I spent years working as an engineer and a training manager at Fortune 500 companies and have created and run small businesses, so I have a well-rounded background to help people assess their limiting beliefs and turn them into powerful, positive actions and behaviors. And now I'm teaming up with my mentor, Adam Gilad, and the Bold Life Brotherhood to help change the way men lead bold, passionate, and authentic lives. A lot of people can talk or tweet, but unless you take bold action into your fears and obstacles, nothing changes in life. And Adam has been leading men in the bold life actions for over 15 years. He's worked with many of the men's leaders and created the Bold Life Brotherhood to help men have a life of bold action, deep connection, love, and financial freedom. He's led men in circles all over the world and taught more than 70,000 men. Adam leads men's retreats around the world where we explore different archetypes of what it is to be a man. Up in the left corner, that is Mykonos, where we explored the king archetype, and on the right side is Italy, where we explore the lover archetype, and down below in the Caribbean and, of course, San Francisco. The best part of this work is how men transform as a result of their action taking with the consistent support and the love of their brothers. So we crafted a vision to create a world of men's circles working together and moving boldly and consistently into depth, leadership, and life mastery. And he gathered profound leaders to build a dream team of some of the wisest and most respected and trusted leaders in the men's personal mastery world. You've probably heard of Rich Lifkin, Satyen Raja, Sam Morris, Dr. Robert Glover of No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Adam's partner, Mariela Castillo, who is the co-founder and the director of the Bold Life Brotherhood. Adam and his team have been training certified leaders around the world to lead men's circles. There I am in the upper left, to not only talk, but to get an assessment of where we are in our lives around work, relationships, courage, independence, self-reliance, and leadership, and to train men to take weekly actions so they can live their ideal lives. And we have an amazing team of superheroes to support men's success in all aspects of life. That's the Bold Life Brotherhood. And of course, our purpose is to get men to take bold and consistent action toward their highest vision of life, whatever that vision may be. Sharpen your sword, master your strength, cultivate your leadership, forge financial success, rev up your fitness and vitality, raise your relationship skills, grow your inner resilience, increase your serenity and love, and care for others and yourself. All grounded in exactly the kinds of practices you'll be learning in the 3 modules of this training. What we'll learn is that there are 2 areas that men really need to take bold action in. The first is the external world. Well, we know about this. Business, finance, relationship, intimacy, community, taking actions on our fears and doubts so that we can forge the life we want. But equally important is the internal world: awareness, confidence, clarity, emotional intelligence, calmness, so you can finally create exactly the life you desire and be proud of. It does take practice, and it takes the support of other men every step of the way. Men need a place to gather and raise each other up, and these free trainings have been designed to exactly do that: support you in raising yourself up, in supporting you in cultivating the 3 core sources of power within you that will serve you during this crisis and long after. The first set of practices is derived from what we call the warrior archetype, that part of you that prepares and protects. The second video and the second set of practices is the lover archetype, developing the ability to love deeply and to love infinitely, because as we'll talk about this, love is something you can do infinitely. And the third video and the third set of skills has to do with the king archetype in all of us, the one who inspires and leads. Men who do not cultivate these 3 sources of strength, by contrast, tend to drift and suffer and give up and just disconnect. And men who don't develop their king aspect tend to just collapse and they damage others. That's the shadow side of the king archetype, where men don't cultivate what it is to be truly noble, a giver, a king, someone who has sovereignty in their life and has value to offer. Well, you're here because you don't want to be that guy. The solidity of the masculine has never been more needed, and now is the perfect time to ratchet up our skill set. You, with these practices, will embody the strength of the warrior, you will connect with the heart of the lover, and you will lead with the potency of the king. And the result will be what we call a lighthouse in the darkness for others, a beacon, a place where people in your life, men, women, children, neighbors, and family, can come and find a rock solidity, where they can come for comfort, where they can come for protection or connection, or they can breathe deeply, even if the world seems to be going mad. Now this is for you if you want a taste of what we do in the Bold Life Brotherhood. And here you see our annual curriculum, the journey that we take throughout the year as we develop all aspects of ourselves, our calling, our purpose, our rigor, our joy, our connection to others, our intimacy, our sovereignty, our value and offering, and all the aspects of what it means to be a whole, powerful, empowered man. It's what we do every week in our Bold Life Brotherhood action circles, and I'm absolutely inviting you to come in and join us. Give it a try and see if you like ratcheting up your life each week towards where you want to be. So congratulations for being here and completing this module, this little introduction. In the next video, we're going to explore these practices, and we'll start with your inner warrior so that you can access your deepest strength and unstoppable resilience in these times. Great to meet you. Now let's go see how to develop our inner warrior.